Hey there, and welcome everybody to Joe's Computer Museum. I am just Joe Snyder, the operator and host of Joe's Computer Museum, and I'm joined tonight with a couple of my friends, and some other friends might stop by. We have Adam McGee. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
And Frederick, the micro hobbyist, the one and only. Thank you all for stopping in tonight, and for those that are in the chat and watching the stream. I do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe and all that stuff. So this is a continuation of whatever day, Monday? I don't know. It's holiday days, whatever. Monday stream where I was putting the Heathkit clock together. So I'm just going to kind of get right into it and do that. So how's everybody been the past couple days? Good, I hope.
Oh yeah, just relaxing. Going to work tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh no! Yeah. Yesterday was my day back. Yesterday, it's like,
I'm good. I just figured out how to install the SD to IDE adapter in my G3, and I only destroyed one board in the process.
Yay!
Yay!
I think is that
was cheap and it worked, so I'm still happy. It was basically $9 to add a hard drive to the G3.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, $20 because I blew up one. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's the it's an interesting thing you mentioned that. I mean, we've been little side thing. We've been trying to think of ways to expand the Blue SCSI into the IDE realm, but there's so many like weird, cheap IDE solutions that it's like, what can be added to this other than maybe either reliability or compatibility? I don't know, but the other options are like $6-8. You know,
well, I would prefer to have a solution where I can put a disk image on a card like the Blue SCSI.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, if I install this in this machine permanently, it costs $9.99 for this card. And if I really want to get stuff on and off of it, I can take an external Blue SCSI and just copy the crap back and forth from this, and then put this on the other Mac. And yeah. So.
Yes, that is a solution.
Or I could put a Blue SCSI in the machine, but this is $9.99. So it's just to have a machine that just boots OS 9 when I want it and just leave it in there. It's cheap to just have it in there and then use the Blue SCSI for the fun projects.
Yes. So interesting little side tidbit on the Blue SCSI project. There are updates coming down the road regarding improvements to the firmware. I don't want to tip my hat too much because there are people who might jump the gun and do the improvements before Blue SCSI gets the chance to submit the improvements to the GitHub. But yeah, so there are better things coming down the line involving things. I'm just putting that out there as a team because I'm not allowed to say anymore because I'm the Tom Holland of Blue SCSI. I'm the one who like leaks stuff, so I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. But like, I like things. I like to tell about things.
We look for things that make us go.
Yes. I also do want to mention an interesting new product line that I put on my website today, and I also have to apologize about that. So our wonderful friend Ron came up with this nifty little design for retro enthusiasts, basically taking a quick little jab at eBay sellers, basically. And he came up with this cool design, and I misinterpreted his intentions with the design. So I went and just rushed around and put all of these designs on my website, and accidentally stole Ron's design without intending to. So I just want there to be a public apology for doing that. But Ron is cool. We figured out what we're doing, and they're now up there. So it's called the I Know What I've Got collection. So if you go into the wearable or collections section of jcm-1.com, you will see those. And It's a nifty, it's a very pretty, colorful design. And for those who know what the design means, they know what the design means. And if they don't know what the design means, well, I guess that product is not for you.
In the shop.
Yep.
Apple 2. Apple, no, LC2.
What you doing with the LC2?
Seeing if it works.
Well, it's an LC2. It's a loaded statement.
I mean, it comes on and it runs Mac OS, but does that really count? Also, you got to spend about 5 minutes taking the tabs off of here, otherwise they'll just break off.
So under which section?
So if you go all the way, if you want to look and see everything that's in the that entire design collection, if you go all the way to the bottom, there's a section called Collections, and it's called I Know What I've Got.
Oh, this is actually an LC3.
Okay.
You see it now?
Joe, this is, believe it or not, booting off the original 80 megabyte hard drive.
How?
I don't know. It's an IBM made in Japan by IBM in 1993.
Wow.
And it's
amazing.
Booting.
That
this has the wrong lid on it. It's actually an LC3.
Yes.
Sorry, pardon my ignorance, but is that supposed to represent something in particular?
It's a long story.
It is a very it has a very specific meaning, and I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper, but I'm also trying to not be crazy public with the meaning behind it because it's an inside joke.
Okay. Like hitting hit it with a hammer T-shirt?
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like that. Although hit it with a hammer is a little bit more broad of a meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This computer has what looks like a slightly water damaged Apple IIe card in it.
Oh no. So status update of what's going on with this clock. Where we were with it last time was that it was powering on and doing some weird stuff. And I went back and read through the instructions and double checked, and I had to I did a repair off screen because I put a component in backwards. But the only reason I did that part off screen was because I wanted to ensure that the component still worked. So that if I had to get a replacement component, I could get it in before scheduling the stream, so I would have it to show you doing that part. It's kind of weird chicken and egg type of scenario. But it did work, so I just went ahead and swapped it out. So back to what I was saying. Last time we checked, the clock didn't seem to be working correctly. It was like turning on and off and doing weird things. I had the Zener diode in backwards, so the device always thought it was in battery mode, regardless. And when it's in battery mode, it is supposed to blink on and off. That's part of its design. So I can actually put that in here. It'll initialize. And then it'll blink on and off every like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. That's power saving. When it's in battery mode, it only goes boop, boop. It shows you the time every once in a while. It's very intelligent like that. Because the Zener diode was in wrong, when it was plugged in with the power, it thought it was in battery mode. So it was just in blinky mode. And it was doing weird stuff.
Weird, wild stuff.
So if we put it in powered mode, it's on all the time. It's initializing. It's saying it has low battery. Okay. Well, it's doing what it was doing before. Now it's being dumb again. I had it fixed.
Oh.
And the diode is still there?
Yes, I put it back in.
Right polarity, I suppose. No need to ask.
The polarity is correct. I had it working earlier today. Oh, there we go. I pressed the button, and it still thinks it's in battery mode. So let's go and turn it back off, and then power it back on, just on power.
Maybe try turning it off and then turning it back on again. Did you know if you put your thumb in a band that's spinning, it will hurt?
Yes.
I just found that out.
Why is it doing this? It was working earlier today. It was working. Or last night. I swear it was working. It was working.
It knows you're
Dumb.
streaming.
Yeah, it must know that. Why no go?
I don't know.
The diode's in there. It's in the correct polarity. All the chips are in there. All the components are in there. Nothing's shorted. There's a boop. Who's the boop? Hi, Gut Bomb. You're a boop.
You're a boop.
You went boop.
Is this powered on?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
It was working before I put it back together. Now do I have to take it all back apart again?
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer is yes.
Bust out the moo gun or the hammer.
Yeah, apparently.
I thought this. Oh, it just blinked for a second when you did that.
Oh,
When you were
well, 'cause
screwing
it
there.
thinks it's in battery mode, so it is.
Okay.
I had that fixed by just swapping the diode around, and it fixed it.
Ryan just suggested the Apple III drop it from 1 foot fix.
Yeah.
I just found out something. If you don't plug the HDMI cord in, then you don't get video.
You're
Well, you don't
learning
have
all
that-
kinds of stuff tonight, Adam.
You don't have that fancy wireless video stuff going on. Actually, had a customer ask me about that today.
I have wireless power, but it's very shocking.
It's lightning, right? Wireless power.
Yeah. Oh, I got an Apple II screen working off my 2E card on my HDMI monitor.
Now I'm grumpy. I was so happy this was going to work. I've had a today.
Well, today is a new day. Do you want to hear what today's dad joke of the day is on my dad joke of the day calendar?
Yes.
I think I've actually heard you tell this joke before.
Who's you?
What do you call a factor? You, Joe.
Okay.
What do you call a factory that makes okay products?
Oh, gosh. I should know this, shouldn't I? I don't know.
A satisfactory.
You're fired.
Yes, I remember that one. Why is this misbehaving? So, the wires are
Here,
in
Joe.
there. Yeah.
I wrote you a basic program. Here you go.
Yay!
This is running on a 2E card in an LC3 hooked up to an Extron, then into an Elgato, and then into OBS, and then into your stream.
Layers.
Not complicated at all. It's funny to hear the Mac make that beep.
Why no worky? Joe Grumpy.
Joe made a VCR 12 o'clock simulator.
Yeah, apparently. Problems on this board. It's gotta be. Stand by. Check my solder work. So here's the the diode that had the problem right there. D4. I had it in backwards.
There, now you can see what I see.
And it's in there now. But I guess I'll reflow the crap out of it or something. I don't know.
Scarlet the Four-Eyed Cuda says, check your NTP settings.
Yes.
Time.apple.com. Joe, I have to step away for a few minutes.
No worries. We'll be here.
If you're still here, I'll be back. Do you want me to leave the stream or just...
Whatever you want. I don't mind. Just
All right,
like it
I'll
depends
just
on how
mute.
many few minutes are.
Yeah, I'll mute, and if it becomes too long, just kick me out.
All
See you
right.
later.
We're quiet night tonight. Most people, I think, are going to be hanging out on Old World Tech Fridays for Ryan's birthday. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was thinking of splitting my time,
That's fine.
but I got to see this clock. It
I
is the
would love
most
to see this.
reliable one.
Yeah, apparently not. Well, see, it is reliable if you build it correctly. If you do it good.
I am building, well, starting to build an RGB to HDMI kit.
Frederick's back.
Yeah,
Rick,
I mistakenly closed the window.
and I'm doing it with the compact
Kata.
RGB to HDMI board. It's little.
Hey, guess what, Good Bomb? I just ordered the Thoracic DE10.
Yes, that's awesome.
I'm going to do some FPGA development. Oh, and I also got myself. Well, I ordered the boards for the
Mister.
for the Mister.
Did you get an analog I/O or a digital I/O?
Analog.
Yes, analog. You're gonna love it on a PVM or whatever CRT you plan on hooking it up to.
Yeah.
Do you have a PVM?
No. Well, I have something. I have one from JVC, not Sony.
Well, you also have a Commodore 1084, right?
Yes, I also have 1084S. Yes.
Yeah, it'll look great on that too.
Also, I got a multi-sync monitor, so I just need to recap it.
I watched a video from Retrobits, and he did a video on some NEC multi-sync monitor that can do 15 kilohertz and 31 and just all kinds of stuff. And
Okay.
I want to play with one of those and see how it compares to a PVM. That is quite. Are you strangling a bird?
I told it to sync, and it set the alarm off.
1 bit. This is for my 2 compact Macs.
Compact.
What is it supposed to do?
Compact. It is RGB to HDMI, so I can take the TTL video from those and output it as HDMI, and then put it into my Extron, or not Extron, into my Elgato for video capture.
I need to print a few things. 3D print. I'll be right back.
Printing all the things.
Oh,
Printing all the things.
Show part of it.
I want to go to this diode.
Because it's not going to go inside the machine. It's going to sit outside because it has to do double duty. So I've got a couple of these. Couple of these RON boards.
You said duty. Now I've got to go and read all the instructions again. I feel really bad because this was a gift and now I broke it.
It's not broken.
I just need to go to the parts list. So you want it's CB9. Oh, that's the key.
That's right. Ron boards. I love Ron boards.
Ron boards. Yes, Ron is best friend ever. Ron is the awesome.
And where did I purchase this? And where can other people purchase these Ron boards?
So if you go to this website called jcm-1.com.
That's with
You
a
can
dash, right?
What's that?
It's a dash. No, underscore.
jcm-1.com. Jerk. No. You can get those. Yes. So yep, here's the part number. IN 5231. That's the only thing I put in backwards. So I have a feeling that's our fault. I have a feeling that diode broke or did something.
Do you have another one in stock?
No, it's a Zener diode. I don't usually stock Zener diodes.
I have a bunch. I'll toss you one.
Cool.
I don't know if I can toss all the way to Ohio.
Throw it really hard.
Data, the cool thing is if you use a dry erase marker on here, these are totally rewritable.
Win. So what is this? Let's go find this. 5231. From my favorite place, DigiKey. They call it an IN, but it's a 1N. Yeah. Zener 5.1 volt, 500 milliwatts. It's like a billion of them. 1N 5231s. Yes. Yep. Voltage regulator, Zener diodes, single Zener diodes. It's probably like a 10-cent part. Yeah. 1 cent if you buy a whole reel of them.
I have a whole drawer in that component section for nothing but Zener diodes, and I've used one.
So basically, it just needs to be a 5.1 volt Zener. So it's like a half watt rating. So if you got one, yeah, hook me up. Drop it in
Let me check.
in an envelope or something. That way, you don't have to spend $8 to ship it. It'll be like cents, and I will give you the recompense.
Well, I do have a package I'll be sending you in a couple weeks, but I don't think you want to wait a couple weeks.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go through and just check all my connections here. And
can you tell me the specs again?
Yes. The part number is 1N5231. It is a 500 milliwatt, 5.1 volt Zener diode.
Got it.
So
I'm
just going to double check everything just in case.
I've got like so many, but we'll see if I have that particular one.
Oh! Hold on.
You got one?
No.
Oh.
However, let's play a game of Spot the Problem.
I could see it. I could see it.
That's a resistor. So that would explain why it was sort of flaky as well. And that may have saved the Zener diode because it said in the instructions, if you put that in backwards, the things blow up. And they didn't blow up. So let's put that back in. Oh my God. Is it fixed yet, Retro Techie? No. And now it is.
Dana said the solder fell off.
Yeah, it fell out. Yeah, Always double check your work is one of the biggest things I ever learned from Brankus Creations. Bruce, our friend, is always double check your work. So now we're just going to kind of go around and reflow anything that looks weird. That one's a light, but it'll be all right.
5.1 volt.
Yes.
I've got a 0.5 watt 5.1 volt.
0.5. So
Watt,
half watt.
5.1 volt. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the exact one required. It
All
may
right,
not be
I'm gonna-
required because I just found this like unplugged resistor. So
Yeah, I'm going to set these aside, and if you need them, I'll send you all 9, 10.
so Frederick, since you were gone and now you're back, I'll ask you, what is the number one thing you do when a circuit doesn't work the first time?
Is it plugged in?
Well, no.
Oh, that's number one.
Well, number 2 then.
My number 2 is hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do
Number
that.
2 is check if every component has been installed.
And now you find out why the clock didn't work, because I didn't do that. Here, the clock gets this. Hit it with a hammer, hit it with a hammer, hit it with a hammer, and hit it
What
with
did
a
you forget?
hammer. I forgot to solder one of the leads onto a resistor,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
explains why it was working earlier and
Working
then didn't,
and not
because I moved
working.
it around and it kind of.
Yeah.
So let's hope that this fixed it. Let's do this. Plugged in. On. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
The stream is
I
finished.
know,
No.
stupid. So now that the battery's in, if we unplug it, it'll keep time.
I'm so glad that you did not fry that thing, so I'm glad you forgot to solder in half of the resistor.
Yes, it's like a weird fortuitous thing, and you plug it back in, and it just clocks. It just tick-a-doodles. Neat. Cool. Anyway, so let's finish putting it back together for the 6th time. This connects to this. Yes. So this goes together here. Like this, according to the instructions. Hey, look! I just put it all together like that and it fell apart again, you butt. Let's try this again. This part of the assembly is honestly the most fiddly part. It's like putting together a the laser cut case of a floppy EMU, which is kind of like meh.
Yeah, there's
Those who know know. We use this bit here. This.
I gave up on the top of the floppy EMU and printed my own top.
Yes. This is a
I know
universal thing. Yes. Where's my?
I know I have a box of standoffs somewhere, and they are just missing.
Speaking of standoffs, these little separators that I'm screwing together right here are 3D printed, which is cool. These little things right here go together. This is the fiddly part, is getting this aligned. These are stainless steel screws, so they're not magnetic. Just like, oh my Lord, just the grump level is so high right now. It's so insanely high. It is incredibly high. Use gravity to our advantage. Jiminy Christmas, my fingers are too fat. This is also the reason why I can't play guitar. I got fat fingers. It's funny, I tried to, I don't want to say I tried like incredibly in earnest to learn guitar, but I did try to learn some basic chords. And they're like, put your fingers here. And I'm like, I can't reach that. I have short little stubby Stroessneider hands. So yeah, it's a family trait. Oh my God, go. Oh, this, I'm so angry. I am so angry. Finally, okay. Now that you have the one in there, like, it's easier because then things stay where they're supposed to stay. Got to do this.
Scarlett says, for Joe's next trick, he will attempt to TIG weld plexiglass.
Yes. Yes. This is so fiddly.
Well,
And also,
if it's
like, it would help that
transparent
it's black
aluminum.
plastic, so it's got low contrast, so I can't see it. Anyway, I'm sorry. What did you say, Frederick?
I said, well, if it's transparent aluminum. Get it?
Yes. I get it, and I love the joke. Joe approves.
Computer.
Hello, computer. Just use the keyboard. That's actually just one of the dumbest jokes, because like they have touch interfaces. Not touch interfaces. They have like push button interfaces on the original Enterprise, so he should have just like known.
And it was sitting right in front of him.
Yeah, I know. It's just like they never used voice commands in the TOS, so I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna complain about being a fan of something really awesome that I like. There we go. Can't get these in all the way. Oh, of course all the little buttons came out. Oh, this part is so funny. Oh, the grump level is so real. Can you please align together? Tried so hard and went so far that in the end it didn't even matter. It's like trying to align the tumblers on a lock to pick it. Here we go. Here we go. So, Frederick, what's your next new project? Are you working on 6309, 6809 stuff?
Yes, I am. I'm finishing my second video right now.
Yay!
Well, not right now, but I was trying to, but it's distracting.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm going to
It's like on. Let's
redesign the next step, and then once it's done, do another video. Next step, video. Next step, video.
Got it. Ooh, itchy, itchy. Okay. So now we can actually finally get to the next step of assembly, which involves
Why is it focusing?
connecting the front panel to this part. Like this. Using the same fiddly screws. Oh Lord, help. Send help. Two. And I only have two of them. Why am I short screwed? Oh, there's three. Probably just missing them. 3 screws.
You should get those magnetic dish.
Yeah, I'm very avoidant of that because of all the old computers and floppy disks I have around.
Oh, yeah, right. Indeed.
Well, it's missing a screw. It's just going to be
Scarlett,
missing one.
if I'm integrating a flux capacitor, well, if a capacitor is filled with flux, is that the same thing?
Yes, sure. Absolutely. Are you integrating a flux? Yeah. So now we need to do this one.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Design. I can do that with noise.
It's so fiddly.
KiCad.
I complain a lot. Don't worry, the fact that I complain a lot is not lost on me, folks. I'm not one of those kinds of people that like complains and expects an answer. I used to be, and it's kind of a second nature, but I'm like very much aware of it. So.
It was rhetorical.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Right there. The hole is your
If only
home.
Trina were here right now.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to use my whatever this thing is. There we go. The Torx bit driver to get it started because it has a little more purchase, and I've got more manual control with the twisted doodle. If that is a technical term.
Twisted doodles are the best.
Yes, and then I can finish it with the hex because these are hex bits, not Torx. You can drive a hex with a Torx. You're just not supposed to because it does weird things to the doodle. Can you? Oh my gosh! Oh, the grumpiness. There we go. There we go. Because usually they're not quite exactly the same dimensions, so you end up stripping out the hex head a little bit. Yeah. Whee! I got a Badoop in my Discord. I wonder who it is.
Every time I got to look up to see if it was for me, and it's never for me.
Oh.
Actually, one of the times it was for me.
Yeah, these are very...
I found my box of standoffs, and they're all too small.
Oh, noes.
I don't need them. I'm just going to 3D print some pegs.
There you go. Yeah, I was rebuilding my servers, and I was short some little standoff header doodles for it. And I found a couple that in my junk drawer over here that worked, but I was thinking I might have to 3D print some parts, but I didn't have to. Yeah, we can get this side fastened down. Why did you unscrew? What is this BS? Okay, so I know I pre-threaded that sucker, so I guess I'm gonna have to thread it again or something. I don't know. There were special threading screws exactly for this purpose. Stand by. Where did I put them? They're in here. It was this one. All right, I'll do it again. Yeah, it's threaded. It is very much threaded. It just doesn't want to do it. It don't want to go. It want to be grumpy and make me look stupid. Making Joe look stupid is not allowed. Joe says no.
Gut Bob says no too.
Be very, very, very careful.
What? Is that a French thing?
No, it's Bugs Bunny. No, character Fudd. Be very, very careful.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the reference. I'm sorry.
It's hard to hear it with your classy accent, Frederick.
This is gonna, I swear, putting this together is gonna be like my shop class stuff from 7th grade. It will technically be one piece, but nothing will fit together correctly. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Now what's it tell us to do? Oh, I screwed up because I was supposed to put some spacers in there. See, you're supposed to read the instructions. Let's undo everything I just did and redo it. Yay!
RTFM.
Well, this is why, I put one component in backwards and forgot to solder another, apparently.
think I bought the wrong cable converter dealies. They're both male. I need a female.
Said every man ever.
As soon as I said it, I was like, oops.
Aha! So now we put these little spacers. So the spacers go between the circuit board and the 3D print thing. Now, is it using the standard? Yeah, it's the standard 1/4 inch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, wrong side. I don't understand. Like, why did they print this with headers? They could have just 3D printed these bigger. I guess it makes sense because it's less likely to involve errors or something. Or you can print exactly one type of spacer and it's like more operationally or systematically efficient from the factory process, I guess.
All right, I'm going to go do the thing, and I'll be back in a little while.
Okay.
So everybody.
Hey, before you go, I had a question on your Mr. FPGA. Do you have the Coco car?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you install the initial thing, you run a program called Mr. Fusion, and it will put all of the cores and the Mr. distribution and all of that onto an SD card, and the Coco cores are all part of the mainline distribution.
Okay.
So Mr. Fusion, like
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
perfect.
All right, I'll be back in a bit.
All right.
All right.
See you later. Yeah, I don't know where that screw is. It's just missing. That's fine. It's going to go together without that screw. Now we can go to the step. So now it's telling us we need to take this doodle with the which side goes which way. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm supposed to put the push button tap in here first, but oh, it fits through the hole. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Push button. Cool, that's done. So I assume it goes shiny part out. That would be my assumption.
Hey, Will.
Hey, Will! So, get those all pressed good. Assemble all those, tighten all 4 screws.
It won't
Bottom
say.
panel.
It won't say which side. I bet you.
Huh?
I bet
won't
you
say which
it's not going
side?
to say which side.
Yeah. The only reason I'm thinking it's this side because of this has the custom code on it that's for each of these you can like register the device. It's basically
Okay.
like a serial number. And so that would be on the outside, I would think. But then it's got this sticker, which is the product number. So I don't know. We'll see. Glossy side down. No, glossy side up. Position the back panel shown. Note that the glossy side of the bottom panel faces up. The battery holes are slightly closer to the front and the back than the back, and the holes along the front and back edge of the bottom panel are for the rubber feet. So it is slightly closer to the front than the back. I'll stand by. I want to get rid of the smudges on this. There we go. Cool. Awesome sauce. So they're slightly glossy side of the bottom panel faces up. The battery holes are slightly closer to the front than the back, and that's this direction. So that's the front. This is the front. It goes something like that. Okay. Good. What's next, Mom? Cool. Put the threaded stud of rubber foot through one of the rearmost bottom panel, corresponding back panel, turn apart way to match home back panel. Yes. Basically, it's telling us to do this. Yep. That doesn't make sense. It wants me to screw these in, but not screw them in. I don't get it. Put the threaded stud of a rubber foot. Okay. It doesn't tell you you're supposed to put these together ahead of time. I would assume so based on the instructions here, so we're just going to do that. One of the rearmost bottom. Yeah. Anchor here. Another fiddly process. Go. And then it tells us to do the same thing with the other ones. So it's like commander, do the other hole corresponding to the back panel, which would be this one here, right here.
One bit is going to Ryan's stream.
All right, see you one bit. I'll be done with this pretty soon, so I'll probably be hopping off here not too long. Okay. Refer to figure 2.5 for preparation of the hook and loop strip. Where did that go? It's on my deck. It's want me to do this. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay. Position the front panel assembly and PCB assembly shown. And they tell you to do the exact same thing as you did for the other parts. Okay. Assume this goes up here like this. Yes. Okay. So this goes in here. This. Oh. I'm not the best at keeping up with chat, so I apologize if I'm not reading it live.
I'm trying to read it.
I appreciate that. Thank you for being my helper. You get the intern rate. You work for experience and exposure, right?
Exactly.
Lol. Anyway, okay. So finger tighten, locate, push through a stud. Yep. Did that. Ensure the front panel is aligned squarely with the bottom panel and panel finger tighten feet. Yes, we did that. Hook and loop strip. This is a two-sided piece of fabric with hooks on one side of the contact. Sharp tools pointing to a pair of scissors create a tiny hole on each end of the strip.
Well, Scarlett says 30% Canadian discount. And Steve is here. Says, Joe.
Hi, Steve. Steve's my friend. So they want us to put a hole in this. Just big enough for a screw head. Or just for a screw shaft. Yep. From each end. Yep. Sure. Huh. Like that. Put holes in the hook and loop. Sure. Cut the hook and loop in half, creating 2 equal strips. Is what it tells us to do. So we're going to do that. What is the project for those who don't know? Hi, Steve. Yeah, you may have missed it on Monday. So I am building a Heathkit, quote, most reliable clock kit, unquote. And it's this little clock that gets its time synchronization from your AC power, so it keeps the time perfectly. But it also has batteries, so if the power goes out, it keeps running. That's it. It's a clock kit given to me by my wonderful husband for Christmas because he knows me very well, and he knows I like to put things together. Like
Parenthesis, it was temporarily not so good.
Yeah, it was temporarily broken because somebody didn't read the instructions correctly. And then also didn't solder things together correctly. That person is not live on this stream right now doing the kit. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop calling me. So, yeah, we did that. Cut it in half. These 2 strips we use to keep the batteries in place in the battery holder when the clock is jostled or turned upside down. Keep the 2 hook on the string nearby. Okay, great. Refer to figure 2.6 for assembly of the battery case and bottom panel. So it tells you that the battery case, if you look, it's supposed to go over top of the wires to hold the wires down. So that's good. So that tells us that. Cool. The hook and loop strips must be installed hook and loop side up. Hook side up or both hook side down. Yeah, so they have to both go the same way. That's what they're saying. Because if you do them this way, then what happens when they loop together, they won't stick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you do them backwards, they'll loop and be the same side and won't stick together. So that makes sense. So it's telling us to do a thing. Locate the 2 screws and lock washers and nuts. So we've got.
You still have them.
Huh?
Do you still have them?
In theory, yes. In theory. So nut, lock washer, lock washer. Oh no. Oh no. I'm short one. Of course I'm short one. I don't know where all these parts are. I probably bumped this tray while it was on my bench in there somewhere.
On the carpet?
Yeah. Yep. You know it. So these 443/8. Yeah, so those are going to be the same thread as those, but it's going to be these longer ones. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's the screw from the bottom. Yeah. And then finish the screws, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yep.
Scarlett says it. What you're doing, it's a clock for Justin, so he knows.
So he will be on time. Yes.
On time.
Always. So that goes there like that. This is supposed to go in here like this. And if I have to fudge some stuff, I will fudge some stuff. That's fine. So this goes up through here like this. Okay. Yeah, I did this wrong. This goes like this. Like this. See? Maybe it's supposed to do that. Let's change to my more dexterous hand for this, i.e. my right hand. Let's try that again. It's also possible that I just didn't make this hole big enough. That's what she said.
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm in KiCad right now.
It's all good. That goes there. And the other one goes here on the other side. Hey, I found the other little thingy-doodle. Great. Well, I have the thingy-doodle. I don't want the screw. That was the problem. I'm missing one screw and one bolt.
And it's going to be the one that's going to be facing everything.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be? Okay. Really face the same direction. Soft side up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Go in the hole. It goes there. Soft side up. Fiddly bits. Fiddly bits. Oh my getting yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Cool. That goes there like that. Cool. So then this, in theory, goes in here like this. Like that. Mm-hmm. And then these go on top of here. Like this. Again, in theory. Then this little bolt, or nut, I should say, goes on top like this. Mm-hmm. And then we tighten it from the bottom side. Cool. Now, I have a feeling that this nut will actually capture in this little space here. And so I should be able to just turn it from the backside. Without
You're talking about the metal thing, right? When you said nut?
Yes. What was I supposed to say?
Nut as in mental situation.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, yeah. Uh-huh. That goes with that reason. Or stands to reason. Goes without saying. Wow, brain. Hi. Apparently, I just confirmed your statement. Move on here. I need to see if I can find a nut real quick that will go on that because I am missing this part. I don't know where this part went. I'll find it like 6 weeks later on the floor.
Naturally. Should have those broom magnets.
Yeah.
You'll find all those leads also that you cut up.
Yes, every single one of them. They're not in my feet anymore. Yay! Let's see here. Let's look here. I have a whole bunch of miscellaneous hardware. Let's see. In here anywhere that I something I can use, maybe? Ooh, look at that. What is that? What is that, huh? Is that the correct diameter? We're about to find out, aren't we? We sure are. There you go. Fix that problem. Cool. This is why it's always handy to keep little bits and pieces around. You never know when you're going to need a little bit and piece. So that's put together, and these are put together. Okay. Tell us to do that. Lower the battery holder down on top of the screw looking hood. Show them facing upwards so that you can do this and they stick to each other, and they do. Yep. Lock washer, battery holder non-contact with the front and back PCB. It is not. Locate the case top and sides. Locate the screws, which are these 1, 2, 3, 4. Those. And the tapping screw. I also need that one, which would be the big tapping screw here. Position the top panel on one of the wood sides as shown as figure 3.2, which is going to be here. Here. So this one here. And it's telling us we need to do this thing, right? But it's telling us to use something that's to pre-tap the 4 holes in each wood panel. Okay.
How many more pages do you have on that thing?
That many. Although
just to finish up the enclosure.
Yeah, the enclosure is here. We're just got 2 pages, and the rest of it is all programming, theory of operation, and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff about like.
Okay.
It's got the schematics and all of that stuff.
I see.
So we're going to pre-tap this thingadoodle because it tells us to. I think a different screwdriver would do a better job. It's made of wood panels. This is insane. It's the coolest thing ever.
Real wood?
Real wood. It's a real proper stained something or other.
Interesting.
So that's been tapped. And it wants this to be tapped. It wants all 4 of them to be done. That one's done. This one's done. Cool. There we go. And let's do that. We're going to set it aside, put the top panel on the wood thing, and screw it into the wood thing. I think it is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. And so then one of the holes using use the hex key, do the thing. Great. Okay. I think I am going to drive these with a Quartz though, because I don't like hex for things where there's not space to turn the whole hex head around. So probably this one. No, that's too big. We'll go down one. This one. Yep, that'll work. So what happens is you get the head of this thing smacks into your work. So I like to use a driver instead. Because then it clears the work. There we go. We got one. Don't need that. It's over there. And 2. Two. 3 hex head screws. Up. There we go. Cool. And we can do this one.
Rudy said, "Happy birthday, Joe." Oh, sorry, wrong string.
Not me. Not me. It's so hard to get these in here. It's just like you can't get any tool in here. That's the. It's like you're using this, and you're turning it a half turn every time, like that. Oh, that's fiddly. They should call this the teaching you patience kit. Okay. This is the watch Joe do something really boring for like 20 minutes kit. Do I hear an atom?
No, it's me.
Oh.
Noisy on the keyboard.
Sounded like I heard somebody walking around. Okay. Rifa, as in FIFA. Okay, so those are tight, and now we do this one. Trying to get it aligned to the side of the panel at the same time, and so that these two edges, see, it's got play. So I'm trying to get this aligned at the bottom while also turning the screw. Could be. I'm complaining a lot again. Mom, he's doing it again.
All the while trying to not to put some fingerprints on that shiny little surface.
Yes, exactly. There we go. It's fairly aligned. The instructions are like, tighten these gently. And I'm like, but you're like screwing metal into wood and it's got friction. So gently really isn't a thing that happens. But all right. You say so, instructions. Don't over tighten. I'm having problems just tightening them. What are you talking about? Okay, so that's done. Cool. So that's completed. Sounds like it's, yeah, hold on. This one's not all the way tight. Stand by. There we go. Now it's tight. Cool. Okay. Yep, all done. Gently repeat the procedure using an initial mechanical assembly. Then it's going to tell you to put in the batteries, then put the top on it, right? Yeah, it's telling you not to install batteries yet. It tells you to put the AC in, right? And this is this loose on the bottom? Because it told me not to tighten that part yet, I think. Yeah. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it together because we know it functions. We already tested that part.
Ever so slightly.
Cool. So we plug in the AC power. And we put in the battery doodles. And the final battery within my hand. There. So if I unplug this, it should stay on. Yep. Cool. So that works. Neat. So it tells us we need to do this with the battery so they don't fall out. That's great. Awesome. Cool. Now we can put the lid on. Cool. Neato. Schnafty. And now we put the final 4 screws in. If we can get it aligned to do that. Oh, don't. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it what?
Oh, I'm just telling the device, the box to like let me screw it together, or I'll be grumpy. I'm talking to inanimate objects as if like they have a will that I must beat into submission or something.
Mm.
There we go. That side's done. Then we can do this side. So the cool thing about this clock is it is, in theory, the clock that never loses time because it always has a power source. That's the wrong screw. Because you can unplug it to move it, then plug it back in. The batteries keep it on, and then you can replace the batteries while it's running AC powered, and it'll keep the time that way too.
Yeah, I have my a second pair of glasses that are all crooked. Not stepped on it, but I put it on the bed and I laid down the bed one day and poof, and they're all crooked.
Yeah, I've been there. Yep. I I've got no idea what you could be talking about. No clue at all. Just impossible. Tight screws. Making my arm tired. Of course, they're like hex head, and I don't have hex bits for my screwdriver, so you can't just go for my drill driver. Yay! It's 12:04, and we have to do the most important thing:
Remove the little plastic thingy.
remove the peelies. Yes, you have to savor the peelies. You got a final one on top here. And it doesn't want to come up as easily. Yay! This one's not as satisfying. Oh, that's annoying. Just come off in one pace. You're like harshing my buzz here. There you go. That is the satisfying peeling action we came for. Yay, clock! So all the blinkies work. This one up here is the day or night time, so you can tell if it's AM or PM. And this is the one saying that the alarm is set.
Uh-huh.
This is the multifunction front panel alarm timer enable disable button. So I pressed it and the alarm's off. You press it, the alarm's on. Cool. Apparently it also has like a timer mode, so you could like set it to run for X number of minutes and do the thing. So that's the alarm mode.
Yeah, I remember having an alarm with red LEDs when I was young. The multiplexing is really funky when you move your head around and you saw it move outside of the box.
Yeah, because it lights each segment individually and scans
Individually,
across.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Let's tell you to put the whole thing now. And then it tells you how to program it. And of course, it's old school. So it's like, here are your instructions on how to set the time.
Wow. Simple.
So we want to go to mode, set alarm, mode, alarm on, set 24, set CO, I don't know, cal 60. Oh. It allows you to set its calibration to 60 or 50 hertz is what it does. Set clock 12. It is currently 8 p.m. It is 8:48. Seconds are close enough. It is synchronizing. There we go. Close enough. It's off by a half a minute, but that sync mode allows you to press it right when it's set, so you can get it dead on time, basically. So it's off by a little bit, but it's close. It's done! Yay! Clock's done. Woot! This gives Joe.
Wonderful. Wunderbar.
Oops, I hit all the buttons accidentally. Cool. That's awesome. This is the coolest little thing ever. And this clock will now run probably for
Ever and ever.
Ever.
And ever.
Hundreds of years. Yes. Yeah, I love that in the instructions. It's like these LED elements are replaceable in 30 or 40 years when they may fail. Rudy, working. Yes, it is 100% functional, as you can see there on the screen. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out of the reflections because it's got. Hey, look! How many lights do I have on my ceiling? Count them. But yeah, yep, works perfectly fine.
Quite a few.
Yay! That's
Wonderful.
awesome.
Congratulations. It
Cool.
works.
The battery should come out. Yes, I know. I should remove the batteries and just like that's the thing. Don't leave the batteries in it. Hi, Adam. You just got back. It's working.
Yeah, you got it done. Sorry it took so long. I figured you would have kicked me out by now.
No, that's fine. You're good. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole stream. I just wanted to get that finished and show that off. So
Cool.
quick channel status updates. I'm working on new products and new projects. I'm working with several community members on stuff. I accidentally stole Ron's design and apologized to him for that. And some other things. So more things, cool things are coming your way. So keep watching. Thank you, Frederick and Adam, for hanging out with me and being bored in the background while I finished building this clock. Thank you for all of the wonderful people who stopped by tonight to watch me finish doing the clock. If you missed part one, it's the live stream immediately prior to this. It was 2 days ago, so you can go back and play that back. That was about a 4-hour stream, but if you play it on 2 times mode, it'll only take you 2 hours, about the length of a Stanley Kubrick movie. So, so yeah, that's it for tonight. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and all of that BS. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.